Oh my!
Professor History Storm is taking you on a journey and exploration around the world. We are going to examine different regions of the world, different cultures and habitats, different animals that reside in those places. Enjoy this exploration. We're going to go into some histories of giraffes. Could you imagine going to the safari and being as tall as a giraffe? Oh my goodness, let's explore some history on this. Wouldn't that be so fun to be the size of a giraffe? What would you do with all that height? But before we begin, let me tell you what I would do with all that height. I would count. I will wait at night to see how many stars are actually in the sky.
Remember,
I am going to want to know, what would you do with all of that height? So remember the question that I asked you.
Have you ever wanted to see a real giraffe or go to the safari? Well, here is a virtual glimpse of it right here with Professor History Storm. We are exploring pre-colonial and indigenous Africa. Giraffes have roamed the savannas of sub-Saharan Africa for millions of years. Indigenous groups like the San, Bushmen, Maasai and Hausa admired the giraffe and often included it in rock art, folk tales and clan symbols. Some tribes believed the giraffe had spiritual qualities. Its height was seen as a connection between Earth and the heavens. So giraffes in the safari are not just majestic and tall, they have a rich history. Now the term safari is a Swahili word that means journey or travel. It originated from the Arabic word safar, meaning to travel. Pre-colonial Africa. African communities traveled vast distances for trade, migration, and religious pilgrimages. These journeys often involved caravans, especially in East Africa, through the Savannah and Sahel regions. A caravan is a group of people traveling together, often on a trade expedition too. Colonial era, late 1800s through the early 1900s. European colonization introduced the modern safari concept. Colonizers, especially the British and Germans, came to hunt big game like lions, elephants, and rhinos. Safaris became a symbol of power, wealth, and dominance, often excluding native Africans except as laborers or guides. This ties to imperialism, environmental history, and human-environment interactions, geography and world history. 3. Post-colonial era, mid-1900s through present. Safari shifted from hunting to photography and ecotourism. Countries like Kenya, Tanzania, Botswana, and South Africa developed safaris as a major source of income. Safaris now emphasize wildlife conservation, indigenous knowledge, and sustainable tourism.
Let me just add on that human systems that shape and influence the culture of sub-Saharan Africa. South of the Sahara Desert, Africa is divided into a number of culturally diverse nations. The inhabitants are unevenly distributed due to geographical limitations that prevent settlement in vast areas. AIDS has become a major plague throughout this part of Africa, killing millions, largely due to restrictive beliefs that prevent education about the disease, as well as abject poverty and unsettled political situations that make it impossible to manage the pandemic. The population of this area of Africa is widely diverse due to extensive migration. Many of the people still rely on subsistence farming for their welfare. Starvation and poverty are rampant due to drought and political instability. Some areas are far more stable than others due to the greater availability of resources. These areas have been able to begin the process of industrialization,